Hello there, fellow travelers. This is Craig with Midlife Fitness. I hope you're having a great day. Um, I'm going to start out by saying I'm originally from Buffalo, New York, so I just want to say go Bills. All right, now that I got my sports out of the way, I want to let you know that the videos will be a lot more brief than that initial introduction unless we have a topic to really delve deeply into. And even in that case, we might try to take it into steps. I know people don't have 10, 15 minutes to watch things all the time. So I just want to move today into let's talk about a few items that you should be shopping for in preparation for what we're going to do here in the future. The first thing that I'd like you to consider is water. So, if you're fine with the water in your system where you're at, then perfect. No need to go buy water. But if you're like me and you don't necessarily trust your local public water supply, um, go purchase some water. You can many stores now will allow you to buy a large jug, and you can buy filtered water from the store, really, relatively inexpensive, or you can get plastic water bottles if that's your preference. But if you can, try to avoid Nestle, mostly because they want to buy up the world's water supply and resell it back to you. So, if you're like me and you care about that stuff, keep an eye on who's bottling the water for you. Also, the other thing I would suggest is to try to keep away from water that's been at the store sitting outside in the sun. So, just some suggestions for me. Do with that what you will. So, the other thing would be a food scale. At some point here, we're going to be measuring the food that goes in. I mean, I'm not saying today, but that's coming. So, get yourself a good size food scale. It doesn't have to be, we're not weighing pounds and pounds of meat, but something that has maybe like a good 8-inch square base on it. Digital is good, not like one of those old Weight Watchers ones. From, if you're my age, and I'm targeting midlife people, so if you're my age, you'll remember the little Weight Watchers, plastic white scale. So we don't want that. So. And a weight scale for you. So if you don't already have a weight scale in your house, again, a digital one, I prefer you get a digital one. Go to your local Costco, Walmart, whatever, makes you happy, and you don't have to buy a really expensive one. I have a Weight Watchers one I got for like $12 at a Costco. But get yourself a digital weight scale. So, and then a couple of things I want you to start doing immediately for yourself as part of this plan is, first of all, get moving. So I want you to take, 10 to 20 minutes a day, depending upon, how difficult, how much weight you have on you, what your ability to get moving is. On the low end, for people that are more obese, let's say 10 minutes. You get outside and just walk somewhere for 10 minutes. I don't really care where, how, what, just move. So if you're in the more moderate range, you should consider doing the 15 to 20 minutes. And if you have good mobility, then take that 20 minutes and make it a little less moderate by doing a couple minutes of walking, a couple minutes of jogging, and then just continue that cycle. Walk, jog, walk, jog. What we're trying to achieve there is getting up your heart rate and then slowing your heart rate down, and that's the kind of thing that helps burn fat and also is good cardio. So I also want you to start researching gyms. You don't have to go get a gym membership today. I also am not telling you need to go get an expensive gym membership. I don't have one of those. I go to a local 24-hour fitness location. It probably costs me more than places you might be able to get to in a larger city. I think I pay like $40 a month for myself. But go, take a look around, see what looks good for you, what's affordable for you, what works within your budget. I know there's places that go from anywhere from $10 a month just for access, but you can also go pay a small fortune. I wouldn't go look for a weightlifter's gym. You really just need like a Planet Fitness or something like that is just perfectly fine. Your current food intake. So if you're a heavy guy or sorry, heavy lady, if I would like you to consider start cutting your current portions in half to three quarters. So eat what you would normally eat. I don't want you to make a huge giant change and suddenly try to reduce your calories in some way that's not sensible to you. But consider it like if you don't eat breakfast. I was one of those people that would never eat a breakfast. Stop doing that. The first thing I want you to do is to start eating something in the morning, anything. Yogurt, eggs, egg whites are even better. Get some food in the morning. Get your lunch. If you'd eat a big lunch, let's cut that in half or three quarters. If you were eating some large lunch out at a restaurant, cut that sucker down in half, because anything you eat at a restaurant is going to be not only fairly high in fat, but really high in sodium. And the sodium is actually, we'll get into that later, sodium is a huge issue when it comes to weight because it causes your body to hold water. And that's that's the reason we're going to cut back some of this stuff now. For a snack, well, let's take the snack and do something different. So if you were an ice cream person, I want you to really minimize the ice cream, or go take a look at these, and I'll show one to you later. I'll take a picture and put it up on my Facebook. But they do make these 240 calorie ice creams now that you can buy in a lot of the stores. I personally think that they're okay. I mean, a lot of people who are especially in the fitness industry just think they're the greatest thing ever. I'm not going to go that far. They're okay. So, but get yourself one of those, or I liked to get a pudding, like a chocolate sugar-free pudding, and I would throw a dollop of some sort of whipped cream or something on it. The Cool Whip really is not that bad. Don't bother with the sugar-free or the fat-free. The regular style Cool Whip is really not that much if you only use like a tablespoon or something on top of it. But allow yourself that as your nighttime treat, and that's it. And the other thing I want you to do is get this all in before 7 p.m. in the evening, and then stop eating. Drink your water, stop eating. If you drank soda, cut the soda in half daily, replace it with water. So those are the things I would like you to start today. And when you get that scale, I want you to step on it and write that number down. Forget how accurate the scale is. We don't care about any of that. We just want a number. We want you to use the same scale over and over again. So I could care less what that number is. That's up to you. But make a mental note of it. I like to write mine down on a whiteboard, and let's go from there. Okay, folks, so have a happy Friday, and we'll talk to you soon.